Yes, £10 system.
Neither do I, but I'm not allowed. The teams that will be in June for the Champions League will be in the stadium this morning and examining the changing rooms, so we can't go in there, I'm afraid. Hey everybody, I don't know whether you noticed the entranceway we came in had a notice above the door. Yeah. It said International Players Lounge. Yeah. So on match days, that entrance is reserved for international players only. Well, some officials obviously as well, because you'll realise that this corridor is the main corridor behind the bowl of the stadium. Any player from any country in the world who wants tickets for a match here in Cardiff just writes to the WRU, Welsh Rugby Union, and is issued with a minimum of 2. Match day comes, he comes in that way to avoid the crowds and goes into the room behind us. That is the International Players Lounge. We don't go in there, I'm afraid, but that's where they will meet up with old friends, old enemies, make new friends. Or the conference room. And all press conferences held in the stadium are held here in this room. The only thing we change, the backdrop. I mean, with some of the pop stars, as an example, that have performed here, Madonna, Beyonce, can't put them in front of anything connected with alcohol, Wales or sport, because their sponsors wouldn't like it. It's all about sponsorship today, not only in sport, but in everything else. So we change the room and we'll move on.
Yeah, be the winning team, you see.
It's been said.
The losing team. I want to know how much you paid the ref. How much you paid the ref to let McCall get away with what he did.
Get over it, John.
Yeah.
This officially is called the South dressing room. As you can see, it's laid out for the Welsh rugby team. Both dressing rooms in the stadium are exactly the same size, laid out differently because of the position of the important walls within the stadium. And they both have 3 parts. This is the warm-up area, through the archway, the changing room proper, and the light is on. Through the lighted corridor, the showers and the baths. We don't go down there. The floor in the changing room is non-slip, especially this area, because when the players are in here, the exercise bikes are out and all the other equipment, they've got their studs on and we don't want them to fall and hurt themselves before they go out. They can do what they like when they come back in, but not before they get in. I met here, and he can see everybody, and everybody can see him. That's why he chose this room when he was appointed. Have a look around, take all the photographs you want. While you're doing that, I'm going to play you a recording of a head coach's speech. This is an amalgamation of the last 3
Look at each other honestly with the shirt. There are 75,000 people out there and they all want to cheer. Let's give them something to cheer about. Forget last week, that's gone. Forget next week, it's about today, here, now, out there for 80 minutes. If you put in a performance, you'll get what you deserve. Get out there and set your standard. Put your bodies on the line. Every one of you in your position, but few are chosen. But it's not just about you. Remember where you're from. You're sick. Now it's your turn, your team, your day, your shirt. Come on, boys.
You're all ready to go out and represent your countries?
I'd much rather him than see him.
Okay. If you happen to be watching on the television a game from this stadium, this is he or she will be waiting for a captain to take his hand and go out onto the pitch. Until the last Rugby World Cup, in this stadium we had the principle of the opposing team would always go out onto the pitch first. We let them soak up the atmosphere for 2 minutes before the Welsh team came on. With the last Rugby World Cup...
Team captain, please welcome the home team, Cymru, Wales.
And the third reason is the pitch itself. This is the third season of this new system, called the DESO system, the hybrid, 3% artificial. Most people that follow rugby will know that the original pitch that was in this ground was a palleted system and it had a bad reputation to break up. With the last Rugby World Cup coming up, a decision was made 5-6 years ago now that the pitch had to be changed. So they chose this. And the level of the grid just before the ramp onto the pitch is the level of the floor underneath this. The old pallets were taken out and that was left as concrete. On top of that were tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of sand. In that sand, all the electrics for anything on the pitch, plus a sprinkling system and a heating system. Then they laid the topsoil, then they sowed the seed. And when the grass had grown to about 2 inches tall, perhaps a little bit less, they brought in the DESO equipment. 2 huge pieces of machinery which were expressionless, because they had covers on them. They looked like a covered sewing machine. Now the ladies will appreciate what a covered sewing machine looks like. They sounded like a sewing machine as well when they were working. You heard them go down, up and move, down, up and move. And I'm like, don't know what they were doing, but in fact in the artificial minutes to close. And the difference, not very scientific, is there's an incline. That top rail, well, it's slower going uphill, isn't it, than it is coming down? That's the only reason. The question that I'm going to ask is, how much do you think it costs to open and close the roof? A lot. Any advance on a lot?
£2.
Sorry?
£2.
£2 times 1,000. Anyone?
Almost stay open.
I'll tell you why it's closed for games, and it's always closed for concerts, monster trucks, speedway, football, limitances, whatever. Gentleman who said £2 is the nearest, believe it or not. You would get change from £3.50. have it as an expensive item, because every time somebody puts the cost of electricity up, you're going to have to put the price of the seats up to counteract it. So, somebody presses the button, electricity kicks in, the roof starts to move, then weights and counterweights take its over. They say a man on his own can do it on his own, and assuming gentlemen who'd want more than £3.50 to do it, I've got more than £3.50 to go up to the top there. These control boxes, those are the controls for the lift. That is the decision of the captain. Normally rugby is a winter sport.
Have you ever been to such a game?
No.
I'm not keen on rugby.
It's all the food I've eaten the last 2 days.
3 more times up and down. Come on. Back down.
Come on down.
It is.
Actually see better than
TV quiz show saying, come on down. You're the winner. Chosen one.
The armed round men too. Oh dear.
Okay. The most comfortable seats in the house. They don't go on sale. This is the private box of the president of the Welsh Rugby Union. He's a gentleman called Dennis Gethin. So in here, if you catch it on the television, this is where you see his invited guests, the celebrities, the politicians, members of the WRU board and the royal family. Look here. I wasn't able to take you into a hospitality suite. Ours isn't being used today. So the hospitality suites are behind us. All these white windows 3/4 of the way around the stadium. 113 suites in all, and they range in size from seating 12 people to the largest with seats 48. As an individual... So, we're stuck with it.
So all you have to do is your legs, take your word,
Nice camera. Anybody want to come? Any photos?
and there you go. That's what the baby had your portrait then.
But these are more Welsh Muley types. And then you can see on the lambs, you can see that little brown collar that
Thank you.
The reasons are embarrassing.
And then we went through there, and there was a really
Tomorrow morning, who's coming tomorrow?
Tomorrow morning at 8:30.
Depends on what you do tonight.
Either nearly shut up. Tomorrow morning at 8:30. Sue, the manager, has agreed to actually give a little talk, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, about the whole thing, about the court, people that were sent to Australia. The whole history of it, and what really still happens here. And it still happens to be a murderous court, a murderous being the pasturers to people.
You don't need to go.
President is trying.
This is still real and still alive, and we'll hear about it tomorrow. Before that, we can all go upstairs around wherever it is. Liz will show you. Follow it. By the way, this is Miss Jennifer, who arranged this bit of the day tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning. Liz, always here now.
Right, so we're going to go upstairs. We're basically above where we are sitting now. So we've got to go up.
I imagine, well, I hope so. I do hope so. And these are the earliest, this is what is understood as some of the earliest types of sheep, soy, St Hilda, and some characteristics of them. I'm just going to whiz through a few slides quickly. And then we have Cotswold sheep, so I'll leave that one on for a moment, I think, and that's the best I could do when I was at Cotswold's farm myself. Well, these do. But on the top, you've got some of your North Leach brasses you'll be seeing tomorrow, of the wool dealers, and I'll explain more about them in a moment. It's probably got something to do with the quality of that wool that comes off the back of the sheep. Combine all that together, they're doing something really right. Again, I can't tell you exactly what is making that magic difference, but something in there is making a big difference. Carry on with the process. We've got the flock, we're moving it around the landscape. We're going to basically add to the picture now, we're going to add the wool dealer. The wool dealer, or the wool monger, is the local trader who knows the farms locally and is collecting the wool together. And the people whose brasses you'll see at North Leach tomorrow, these are the local wool dealers. We know the names of quite a few. In North Leach, they're Midwinter, Taylor, Bush. These are major people in their communities again. They're performing this role of collecting together the wool. The idea of that is, and the merchant will then trot all the way back to London, and the merchant will send out his packer. Well, already we can see there's a whole industry based on this. These sheep are creating a whole industry. So the packer comes out from London as well. The packer is very much experienced and has to be highly honest, because his job is to pack the wool into basically the wool sack. And of course, if he was unscrupulous, he could pack a load of stones or any old stuff in the middle of that, because the wool sack is about 364 pounds of wool. Great. In a medieval manuscript, illuminated manuscript, that's the archaeological. Sorry, it's not the same, I know. I'm used to looking at little bumps in the ground. That's a sheep pot. That is the wall. It's an earthwork, so under there's a wall, one side of a sheep pot. Washing. I didn't mention washing, did I? This is the way I came into the study of sheep. And there are structures in the post-medieval period which were devoted to sheep washing. In the earlier period, you probably just use a handy stream. But part of getting the best price for the wool was to make sure it was clean when the shearing happened, so that meant you got the better price. How did you do the shearing? Well, this is a sort of classic illustration from a Flemish illuminated manuscript. You sort of didn't do it the way you do it today. You did this. A family called the Seameys